basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kaminsky and Zeller are the bigs. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Batum in at the 3. And here is Dunn. Kemba Walker getting his 3 to go. Dunn passes to Lopez. Markkanen a screen on Zeller. Lopez dishes to Markkanen. Levine, and he gets it to go from the corner.
Remarkable focus. Even when you're right on Levine, he's capable of still converting from there.
Zeller, a screen on Levine. Lamb, good.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now, here's Dunn. Trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Dallas. Levine can't hit. The Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, Walker. And a wide open look for Lamb. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller. And a blazing start to the new season. We look at the updated power ranking. Some teams are hot and some teams aren't. Taking a look at Miami. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And checking out Chicago, they were obviously hoping to start out better. Still, too soon to panic. But lately they've had very little luck and seem to be trending in the wrong direction. And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just failed to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Charlotte moving the ball around. Goes up to the stripe.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And for the Hornets, after last year's debacle, it's a whole new world. I mean, think about a new GM, new head coach, and a fresh outlook on things.
Lopez passes to Dunn. 6 to shoot. And again, Chicago. No good. Charlotte in the lead. Lamb with the ball. Hoping to put that miserable performance against Toronto behind him tonight. Drills the 3-pointer. And talking about the Hornets, they really expected to make the playoffs last season, but Chris, I think they were shocked that it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, they felt good about their free agent signings. I mean, bit about the draft, but coming together as one complete unit, that's easier said than done.
And I tell you what, Markkinen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. The Bulls traded away a superstar in Jimmy Butler, but in return, among other assets, the number 7 pick, which Chris turned out to be Markkinen.
Well, listen, Markkinen is one of my favorite players. He can become a star in his own right. He's a 7-footer that can stretch the floor, but he'll bang on you inside. Fearless. You like this kid's game. It's almost like he's from Detroit or something.
Parker kicks to Monk. It's up a 3. Valentine grabs the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Portis. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. How he did last season. He was around 12 points per game last year. 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Chicago trailing here. The pass to Felicio. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Last season, they were trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. Do you think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the new rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts. No more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatories. I think it does help speed up. And these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are. And I love the fast pace, the fast pitch count. Let's make sure that we keep the game in a way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it. And look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West. And I'll tell you what, it seems like it's speeding up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the jam by Valentine.
And the location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet game.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played. But they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Tough to win games like that on the road, even with all the great work they do.
Holiday after the missed 3 from Malik Monk. And Holiday kicks to Levine. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Hornets trail by 8. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Stolen by Levine. In transition, here come the Bulls. Holiday, no one around him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Shot to stop the drought, and Kid Gilchrist lays it in.
And the defense's goal has to be keeping MKG away from the rim. That's when he's dangerous.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Chicago up by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
The Bulls leading by 6. So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. Williams is out there with Michael Kid Gilchrist. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5.
Can't take Portis lightly from the mid-range. This is one of his go-to shots. Yeah, and when you watched the Chicago Bulls last year, you knew they were rebuilding. But they played very hard. You respected that. And won some games that surprised people.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the doctor ordered us some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Felicio, the pass to Levine. Just 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Holiday, no good. And as for the coach of the Bulls, Hoiberg had his worst record last year, but Chris may have done his best job yet, some people feel.
They turned out to be a surprisingly fun team to watch.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. In the corner, Valentine with it. And it's off from three-point range. Hornets trail by 4. Parker left side. Stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Holiday is running. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Valentine. How he did last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Felicio. Lowry Marketing comes in for Portis. Marker's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's done in for Zach LaVine. Batum for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. There's the pick. Parker sets the screen for Markkanen. Zeller grabs the board. Charlotte trailing. Goes up on the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Walker's got 5.
Now that's a nice use of the pull-up J from Walker. Catching the D flat-footed and capitalizing on an easy opportunity.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to his stride at the NBA level. Finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks. Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pass to Zeller. 13 feet away. They get it back. No good from Lamb. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Markkanen. Hornets with the rebound.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handler.
That is prime-time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket.
Lamb, good.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Now, here's Dunn. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the Bulls with another miss. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Parker passes to Dunn. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Dunn's got his first 3 points of the game.
Certainly a work in progress from there, but Dunn really needs to become a knockdown threat from downtown.
Pick by Zeller. Down low, Parker with the steal. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shoots from the high post. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 7.
The soft touch from the mid-range. Good choice by Walker to just rise and fire.
Out to the right wing. Now here's Markkanen. He's tightly guarded. Here's Lopez, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Great set play, laying down the screen and setting up the easy chance.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Markkanen. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Williams comes in for Frank Kaminsky. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Monks subbed in for Jeremy Lamb.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now, here's Dunn. Shot off the screen, and he comes up with the deuce. 6 points for Bobby Portis.
So assured. Sometimes Portis prepares himself to shoot the ball as it's coming his way.
Feeds it to Williams. And here is Monk. There's the screen. Drains the three-pointer. Monk's got his second basket of the game.
It's an encouraging sign to see Monk working off those pin downs. An effective shooter when he gets any sort of daylight.
Now here's Lopez. Portis the screen. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nice work there coming off the screen. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
To the left side wing. Here's Monk. The offensive rebound. Hernan Gomez. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
He got it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Hornets lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Tony. You guys really came out focused on the road. What was the mindset coming in?
We just try to be aggressive and try to have a good start. We know the crowd is big here, so we just want to make sure we have a good start, and that's what we did. But it's only halftime. It's going to be a long game.
That's right. You got to finish the job. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 1. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy. And then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We've seen Kemba Walker really having a great game.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Markkanen is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Levine and Parker are the wing. And it's Dunn in at the point guard. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Now here's Levine. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go. Looking at big men around the NBA, which are the best triple threats? Guys who can shoot, drive, and pass out of that screen.
I think of two. One being Anthony Davis. The fact that he can get his shot, he's so quick, and he's a good post-up player as well and can face the basket and win. DeMarcus Cousins, I don't know if there's a better big man, a better center than when it comes to him. He can take you out on the three-point line. He can dribble and get a three. He can take you out on the three-point line, set a flare screen, catch and shoot the three. He can get it at the three-point line, drive you to the hole, get an and one, and then he can take you on the post and just bully and posterize you as well. So I don't think there's one that comes to mind with a better skill set than Boogie Cousins.
And that list is growing. Now, here's Lopez following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Down against Walker. Dunn dishes to Lopez. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the paint. Here's Zeller. And off the glass. That one's good. Zeller's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush. Very deliberate with his moves.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
The Bulls making a switch here. Felicio's checked in. Can't connect from short range.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Pass to Lamb. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. To the inside. That's tipped.
Well, a step in the right direction. Marketing must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
Here's Parker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. C-Webb, one area where the Hornets really improved last season. Offensive rebound.
Oh, yeah, they've been good on the defensive boards for a while. But when they added Dwight Howard, suddenly the second chance opportunities begin to pile up. I mean, I don't know if they can maintain this without Dwight Howard, who's one of the best rebounders of his generation.
There is one interesting stat for the Chicago Bulls, C-Webb, and they're still the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals.
Well, that's just an amazing distinction. A testament to the clutch play of Jordan when they did make the finals, and a reminder of how hard it is just to get there.
Now done. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. And there's the bucket for Markkanen.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Levine, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Levine kicks to Felicio. Screened by Parker. Felicio, the pass to Dunn. 5 on the clock. There's the pass to Parker. Inside. And there's Dunn on the assist by Parker. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
Love the mentality of Dunn. Looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Lamb. He takes the 12-footer and hits. Lamb's got 9. The Bulls leading by 5. Now done. 8 points for him. Inside, Felicio got a hand on it.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Batum, good.
Timeout.
He's got 5. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, who's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Parker, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Chris Dunn. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Monks subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. Now Kid Gilchrist. After Denzel Valentine missing on that last three-pointer. Williams a screen on Levine. Parker drives in, lays it up off the glass. Now just a one-point Chicago lead.
And Parker just super efficient at shooting from inside the paint with shots like that one.
Portis the screen. Here's Holiday. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Parker. Count that one. Parker's got his third basket of the night right there.
And how about Parker there? Incredible job with the handle and the footwork to get that one.
Portis a screen on Parker. Levine kicks to Felicio. Portis the screen. Lets it go with a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Portis has got 9.
A player with this length and his touch from three-point range, I mean, that's just a great asset to have.
Parker against Levine. Parker shoots off the screen. Williams. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Well, it's all about a rhythm for a player like Williams. He's effective at shooting right off the pass.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Levine kicks to Holiday. Pass to Felicio. 15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Valentine passes to Felicio.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The shot by Monk is no good. Can't connect. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 4 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Hernan Gomez out there with Williams. Then there's Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Walker in at the 1. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Williams dishes to Walker. It's good. Walker's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the middle, it's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Fast break now for Charlotte to tie it up. It's tipped. They recover it. Well, Chicago has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Valentine shot good.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now, here's Parker. Down low. The kick out to Walker. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's a screen by Williams. In the corner, it's Kidd Gilchrist. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Charlotte needs to get a shot. That one drops for him.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
Chicago calls timeout. It's Dunn's checked in for Chicago. And then for Charlotte, Batum comes in for Kidd Gilchrist. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Parker. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen in on what Fred Hoiberg told his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thank you, David. And so here's Charlotte after the Bulls pick up 2. They set the pick. Second chance effort, and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You can't shake Walker. He's just a master at cashing in on these and-one opportunities.
Charlotte making some changes. Zeller comes in for Hernan Gomez, and it's Kaminsky in for Williams. That's good from Kemba Walker.
Oh, man, you talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
Now, here's Dunn. Now, here's Lopez. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Batum against Parker. To the inside. There's Portis. Dunn right side. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his 1st foul. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And stolen by Dunn. It's Parker top of the key. He feeds it to Lopez. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight. And with Walker, the effort's always there. But Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th to tie it up.
He's done almost no damage from 3-point range in this game. No 3s in this half, and only 1 in the 1st.
Portis sets the pick for Levine. Portis can't get it to go. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Walker with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Walker's got 8 here in the quarter.
That matches his 3-point total from the 1st half. He had 1 in the 1st, now he's got 1 in the 2nd.
Dunn passes to Lopez.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
The first one falls. The Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
Gets them what they need. Could have been better, but they're out front.
Here's Batum. Banked in off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 1.
And these big shots are ones Batum hits all the time. He is so calm in these moments.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Parker, a screen on Zeller. Lopez passes to Parker. It's deflected. Back to Lopez. Now Levine. Clock at 6. Lopez sets a screen for Dunn. Takes a 3. And again, no good by Chicago. Here's Walker. And he overshot that one, missing. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Levine dishes to Markkanen. He kicks it to Parker. Markkanen a screen on Batum. Here's Parker. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the Jays.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Well, credit the competitiveness. Neither team wanting to give up an inch. Plays like this make it clear that Walker takes his responsibility of being the leader for this team seriously. Just coming through in key situations with these type of baskets.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Dunn kicks to Lopez. Parker against Batum. And it's Dunn in the corner from downtown. You can't get that one to fall. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lamb, and it's the Hornets, another three.
He's always been a confident scorer. Lamb relishes the big moment.
Markkanen passes to Parker. Back to Markkanen. And Levine throws it down.
Oozing with confidence right now. You got to love seeing Levine capitalize on the play.
Charlotte calls timeout. They lead by 3. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Now here's Lamb. Back to Walker. 58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Zeller kicks to Batum. From outside the arc. Rebound by the Bulls.
All the time in the world to get that one.
And Levine, here we go. Connects. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
When guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations, give this man his props.
Here's Walker. Misses off the left eye.
Not easy to miss a clean look inside like that, but he manages to do it.
Outside, Levine. To the inside. Markkanen. Yes!
Showing real leadership in the clutch. It's huge whenever Markkanen comes through in critical spots.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 1. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Yeah, and this is the time to run the best play they got. I mean, the one set they've been holding on to all game. Now's the time to break it out.
Williams, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Down against Walker. It's off. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And that's an intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
And the Dirk comparisons, they're understandable. Markkanen is a big man who can shoot for days, but you know what? He'll flush it on you, too.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's the first that narrows the gap to 1.
And the key piece of one of the biggest NBA trades over the past few years. Lamb was sent by the Rockets to the Thunder in exchange for James Harden. That was a major trade.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made of as he's able to tie it up.
Chicago calls timeout. The score is tied at 64. 7 seconds left in the fourth. Picked by Markkanen. Stolen by Walker. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime from the United States. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. So off the tip, it's Charlotte. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Levine and Parker are the wing. Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. And it's Dunn in at the point guard position. Batum with the 3. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dunn passes to Markkanen. And the shot goes down.
this is why they go to market in here. I mean, because he welcomes the chance to take big-time shots.
Charlotte shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Zeller, a screen on Dunn. Here's Lamb, knocks down the step-back J. Lamb's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Dunn shot's good.
Gaining more confidence in himself. When Dunn takes and makes these shots, it goes a long way.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Stolen by Levine. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break. Now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Admire the determination of Dunn, staying confident in his shot at all times.
Zeller, a screen on Dunn. Here's Lamb. A floater. Chicago grabs the miss. Parker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Markkanen gets to Levine. To the middle. Here's Lopez. That's good. And it's Levine with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Lopez isn't going to shy away during big possessions. If he has a good look at the rim, he's ready to shoot.
A nice shot by Zeller.
He is such a focused, intense competitor. Zeller rising to the challenge at the biggest moment.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. Now here's Levine. Moved by Lamb. Levine passes to Lopez. Levine kicks to Parker. 4 on the shot clock. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. No good. Shot missing. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Batum. Levine with it. Parker outside. Passes it to Lopez. Parker, a screen on Zeller. Markkanen kicks to Levine. It's Parker outside. Hands it from downtown.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb out.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 6. 15 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. What do you think, guys?
And they still got a little time to play with, so a 3 and a quick foul would make things interesting.
And they can't waste any time. They got to get a 3 right off the inbound.
And an intentional foul right there. And it's the Bulls with the ball. 6-point lead, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
There's no question Dunn is a great athlete, but he must first work on his shooting as well as his passing.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 8. 8 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of it.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
Over in the corner, Williams. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally